Look at the Lakers. Well, they come into every game with confidence, and this game is no different. Two elite teams put each other to the test, certainly, every time they meet. A lot on the line in this one, though.
And they prove that they know how to beat this team. We saw that in the first meeting. Can they make it a clean sweep on the season series? We'll find out tonight.
Well, they come in, I think, with the confidence that they can do just that. Make it a sweep. I mean, I look for them to attack early and really try to take the mental advantage here, the psychological advantage here in the early going.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Indiana, Monte and George filling out the perimeter. Allen is out there with Al Jefferson, and it's Teague in at the one. Here's Mayo after Al Jefferson's score. 6 on the shot clock. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Phenomenal athleticism from Ingram. I mean, really looking to rip that basket up with that strong dunk.
And the Pacers playing in one of the league's smallest markets. They've had some tough attendance numbers over the last 10 years.
And one of the best basketball facilities, I think, in all the NBA. And the city of Indianapolis actually stepped up in 2014. They promised over $160 million to help offset the team's losses over the following decade in exchange for the franchise extending its lease. Long term, hopefully the fan support enables them to stay where they belong in the heart of Indianapolis.
He doesn't get the second one. Indiana on D. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
And Kevin, they showed how important it is to have a strong bench. I mean, when you are on the road, that depth is vital. I think they really utilized the second unit to extend their offensive assault and just really wore down their opponent.
And guys, I think what you saw from them throughout the game was teamwork. This is a team. Regardless of who was out there on the floor at any given time, they got it done. And that has to make you feel good as a group.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Now Teague really played well against Sacramento in his last outing. And there's the foul. It'll go on the captain. That's foul number 2 for him. Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. Loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper.
Hey, you got to give a thumbs up to Ellis and his basketball IQ. I mean, he's a high-efficiency scorer off the screen.
Now, here is Russell. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
And not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And Clark, I felt like that was a one-time mistake. They've got to know to pay more attention to him than that.
And good that time.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now, here is George. He picked up 24 points in their last one against the Kings in Sacramento.
Yeah, and it seemed like he spent about half the game shooting free throws. Credit him for really taking it to the defense.
Just 5 on the clock. Ellis kicks to Teague. Beyond the arc. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots. Ingram dishes to Russell. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Ingram kicks to Russell. He gets it in there. Russell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Like a ninja is Russell, sliding inside for the deuce. Eel-like, slippery, smooth, productive.
And that's a foul called on the Prophet. That is his first foul of the game. Teague, the pass to Allen. Russell against Teague. Outside, George. Clock at 6. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. George has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Mayo against Ellis. Outside, Russell. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there. That's on Jeff Teague.
Despite the wiry frame, taking it up strong inside, and D'Angelo will get free throws.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Lakers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
And the first one drops.
You know, the Lakers had never missed the playoffs in 3 consecutive seasons in franchise history until last season. Boy, this is a franchise that's clearly unaccustomed to losing basketball games.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. And the last time the Lakers had missed the playoffs in 2 consecutive seasons was 1976.
Well, up to 2013, the Lakers had only missed the playoffs 5 times total in the 65 years of the team's history. Now it's 3 seasons in a row for a franchise with so much very justified pride. It's got to be tough to handle and swallow.
Here's Teague after the basket by Los Angeles. To the middle, here's Jefferson, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
And the Lakers making a change here. Collins is checked in. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. And for the Lakers, hugely profitable. And they're always going to be willing to spend big on stars. But with the new luxury taxes, it's harder to outspend other teams now.
And meanwhile, they've cut corners in other areas too, guys. I mean, prior to the shortened season in 2011, they laid off scouts, video coordinators, coaches, front office, and training staff. And that's where other teams are investing, looking for an advantage now as the Lakers pull back a little bit. Other teams looking to infuse more capital into their organizations.
Teague kicks to Jefferson. Banked in off the glass. Jefferson's got his second basket of the night.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Russell against Teague. Russell dishes to Ingram. Dolman, his second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Screen by Jefferson. Allen passes to Teague. Collins against George. Clock at 6. Puts it up. And again, it's Indiana converting.
Hey, all the defense can do is get a hand up on George. I mean, he's an elite talent who can make contested jumpers a lot of times. So you can't get your head down. This guy can really put it in the basket.
Now, here is Russell. He has 7. They set the pick. Here's Collins. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 4th assist in this one.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Teague with the ball. Now Mayo defending, and that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. From deep, George.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
The Pacers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. and Allen drops them both. And the Pacers going with the smaller lineup too, but they've remained an elite team defensively. Guys, how have they done it?
Well, not so much about their shot blocking or rim protecting as it was in the past. More about their perimeter defense. One of the best in the league at forcing turnovers and defending the three-point shot. And ironically, despite all the pressure they apply, they do a good job of keeping the ball in front most times.
Russell with the bucket.
The mid-range game. And when guys have that, there's no question they can shoot, and this kid can shoot.
T kicks to Ellis. Allen with the screen for Ellis. Pass to Allen. The 10-footer. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Lakers leading by 11. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Nate McMillan.
Well, Kevin, the crucial aspect in his mind is making things tough for them inside. He said they're a physical team, and they bring a lot of intensity. If we don't respond when they push us, we'll just get bullied all game. They're going to get down in the paint tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Jefferson, a screen on Russell. And Teague, here we go. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. 6 points for Al Jefferson.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Russell against T. Here's Collins. Offline with his three. Pacers trail by 9. Teague dishes to Ellis. Screen by Jefferson. Teague kicks to Jefferson. Off target with the jump hook. LA's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. To the left wing. Russell with it. He's got 9. Shot clock at 6. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Both teams deciding to change it up. And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for the Pacers.
And you see not a lot of corner threes. The defense doing a good job of closing out and denying those shorter distance triples. That's what the smart teams have to do.
Brooks outside. There's the screen. Second shot opportunity. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And Turner's length causes defenses all kinds of problems. I mean, he really uses that length extremely well to draw fouls. Miles Turner, the 11th overall pick last season out of the University of Texas, only spent 1 season in college. But this guy very well could be a perennial all-star. The Pacers think they've gotten a steal. He was a 19-year-old rookie who showed he already understands how to hold his own at both ends of the floor.
And Turner was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. What caused him, guys, you think, to slip to 11th in the 2015 draft?
Well, you know, he didn't have a huge impact at Texas. Only played there 1 year. There wasn't a full body of work on his resume. Some even looked at his awkward running gait as perhaps a chink in his armor. But he trained with track coaches, developed his hip flexibility, and really has been working on his mobility and had a strong rookie season.
Dolman, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, you know, you think about the Lakers fan base of 16 million. This team is a national phenomenon. They're one of the most popular teams in the country in any sport. Estimated to be the second most valuable franchise in the league after the New York Knicks.
Now here's Brooks. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. That's tipped.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
Here is Stuckey. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And even with the Lakers struggling to win games, you can bet whenever a big-name free agent hits the market, Lakers can almost always get a meeting.
Yeah, typically they're going to be in that discussion, and they keep their checkbook open just for that reason. I mean, the lure of the big market, the bright lights of L.A., endorsement opportunities, it all holds a certain allure in this day and age.
Now here's Stuckey. His last outing, he had 8 points. Turner. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. Turner's got it back down to within single digits for Indiana. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. The feed now to Collins. A minute 50 left here in the first quarter. Now here's Ingram. D right on him. Set it up with the fake, but it's offline.
And Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
And, you know, time will tell how big a factor that becomes in this game, guys, but if you're the coaching staff, it's certainly a point of emphasis.
For Indiana, they have missed 4 of their 8 free throws up to this point. Things not really going their way at the line yet. And the first one at the line is good.
And the Pacers acquiring the Fort Wayne Mad Ants of the developmental league going into last season. Some rumors had it that they'd try to move the team closer to Indianapolis, but the Pacers said no, they're committed to keeping them in Fort Wayne, which is really a good basketball city, and it's only about 2 hours from Indianapolis.
And he can't hit the second. And the Mad Ants were the last D-League team that didn't have a one-on-one affiliation with an NBA team.
That's exactly right, and now they belong to the Indiana Pacers. And if you want a D-League team in this day and age, you've got to start your own. Seems like pretty soon every team in the NBA will have their own D-League team to go one-on-one, 30 for 30.
Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern. And the Pacers, you know, going smaller in their front court, and it hasn't really hurt them defensively. You look around the NBA, there just aren't that many power forwards who can hurt you on the block like in the old days.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And for the Pacers, when they go small, they're able to cover more ground defensively.
Yeah, even when teams post them up, guys, they can harass them by trapping and digging down from the wing. So that activity and length defensively is what they use. Nowadays, it's not just about spreading the floor offensively, but also being able to cover ground defensively. And that quickness of this team serves them well.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And that one, good. Pacers trail by 8. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Turner with the basket on the assist by Brooks. And it's 8 points for Miles Turner.
Exceptional skills for Turner down in the paint. This guy, I think, has the potential to be a dominant player inside for a lot of years.
Here's Silk. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Silk's got his first basket.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Brooks, the pass to Stuckey. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Shoots it up. That shot, no good. Cobb unable to get that one. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
On the court for Indiana, Stuckey and George make up the perimeter. Miles Turner out there with C.J. Miles, and it's Brooks in at the 1 spot. So it's the Lakers now. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Now, here is Russell. There's the pass to the Prophet. Hessel. The rebound by Paul George. Pacers trail by 5. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. And it's George finishing it off.
Not much you can do against Paul George on the drive. I mean, he's got great length and he knows how to use it, and he gets exactly where he wants to.
Outside, Russell. Out of bounds, Indiana takes possession. Now we take a look at the 2K leaderboard to see who the best rebounders in the NBA have been over the last 10 games. Look at the Prophet, one of the game's best, second in the league. And, of course, the captain. He's also having a tremendous season rebounding the ball.
The work this twosome has done on the boards over that period cannot be overlooked. They've both been big factors.
Now, here's George. 7 points in the game. Inside, Turner. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. The Lakers making a switch here. Collins is checked in. The Pacers also changing it up. Monte Ellis checked in for Stuckey. And it's Teague in for Brooks.
You know, last season, Paul George returning with a vengeance. I mean, the season prior largely lost to that catastrophic broken leg he suffered when playing with the USA national team. The kind of injury that you didn't want to look at more than once if you decided to look at it at all.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, all of us saw Paul George's compound fracture playing for Team USA. It was one of the most devastating on-court injuries we've seen. But he's back now, and he says it put everything in perspective, that this game can be gone at any second. I've got to enjoy this ride, enjoy this journey. I'm much more happy. I just see things in a different light now. Kevin?
Yep, great to have him back in action, D.A. Thank you.
And as you would expect from the way he plays, Teague is a terrific free throw shooter.
And that leg injury for George, I think there was some question if he'd ever be the same.
Yeah, you know what? In some ways, that can be a blessing because the time off enables you to reset some things, recalibrate your thinking, your mindset, get a better picture of the big picture, what you want to do with your game. And it's obvious Paul George took full advantage of all of that as he's only getting better.
And Indiana making a change here. Jefferson's checked in. That one misses. Lakers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Kicks it to Collins. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got assist number 5 here tonight.
You never pass for the sake of passing. You wait until the defense commits. Russell does that, finds the open man nicely.
Screen by Ellis. Teague against Russell. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Off the screen, and it comes off the front of the rim.
Boy, the pick, and with that weak screen, I use that term loosely, he had nothing to spring him open. It was ineffective.
On the wing, Ellis drops one in from the wing.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Here's Russell after the made shot from Monte Ellis. Russell passes to the prop. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
What's up? Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And the Lakers head coach, Luke Walton, played almost his entire career in L.A., winning 2 titles along the way. Always known for his tremendous IQ for the game.
Now here's Teague. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Left side, Turner. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And Luke Walton, pretty new to coaching. He actually worked as an assistant with the University of Memphis team for a short while in 2011, while that NBA season was delayed.
Yeah, and of course, since 2014, he's been an assistant with the Golden State Warriors. Last season, when Kerr was out missing time with a back ailment, Walton stepped in as an interim head coach and led the team to a 24-0 start. Absolutely amazing. And despite being relatively young, Luke Walton has close to a PhD, I think, in basketball.
O.J. Mayo is checked in for the captain. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
At 6'11" and 243 pounds, Turner is physically imposing. He's a big man, though, with a delicate shooting touch from outside.
And good that time. And that's 13 points for D'Angelo Russell.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Well, Greg, it was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
Pass to the Prophet. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. The Prophet's got 7 points here in this quarter. Pacers trail by 5. Teague dishes to Ellis. And Turner kicks to Teague. That ball. Nice speed that time from Turner.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
Russell passes to the Prophet. And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Collins. Here's Mayo. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Mayo's got 5.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And that's a well-contested shot.
Well, we've seen him before. He does not allow you to just get easy baskets. He's always going to make you work for it.
Shot's good by Turner.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Teague kicks to George. Screen by Jefferson. And Indiana, another 3.
Timeout. Man, you've got to like the way George puts the right touch and arc on his shots from deep. He's an outstanding shooter from range.
Ingram, he's checked in for the Lakers. Allen's checked in for the Pacers. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. George against Collins. Back to Mayo. Pass to the Prophet. Outside Russell. Shot clock at 6. Steps back and shoots. And that one hits back iron. Indiana's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Ellis kicks to George. Expanding his range. They get the rebound. They shoot again. Shot's good by Turner. Turner's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Boy, how about the determination of Turner? I mean, he's a wrecking ball on the glass on both ends of the floor. Just doesn't give up on plays.
Offensive rebound. Here's Mayo. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Free throw good, O.J. Mayo.
And, you know, the lights-out shooting ability of Mayo causes defenders to scratch their heads, actually gives them headaches. I mean, he's a sweet shooter who feels comfortable pulling up from anywhere.
Here's Silk. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. To the middle. Here's Mayo. Here's the Prophet. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
What a performance. Just look at the game for the Prophet. He has 11 points, and they've got to be happy with his work on the glass, too.
They really do. He is not giving up any ground in the paint, and when the ball goes up, you know he's going to be there to fight for it.
The Lakers have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. That free throw, no good. No luck that time either.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Allen dishes to T. They set the screen. The three-pointer off the mark. The Lakers in the lead. And you look at Jeff Teague, an all-star in 2015, but he's not in that superstar category yet. What does he need to do to get to that level?
It's not one thing. I mean, Teague is good, not great in a lot of areas, and I think he's solidified his place as a starting caliber point guard. I think with his athleticism, he could be an even better defender, which I think is an emphasis here with the Pacers.
Rodney Stuckey's checked in for Indiana. Brooks comes in for Teague. Serafin, no good on the free throw. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Down low, here's Ingram. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Ingram's got 8.
And, you know, guys, not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can get it done inside, too. I mean, the way he releases the shot and that extension he gets on it makes it very hard to block.
Good. Brooks has got his second bucket.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
The dish now to Ingram. Goldman, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Here's George, and that one good. 14 points for him.
Boy, I tell you what, the touch that George has on these interior shots, that's something to see. He's very comfortable down there in the low post.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Rodney Stuckey, an instant offensive player, a combo guard out of Eastern Washington University.
Yeah, he's best at getting into the paint. A bit of an inconsistent outside shooter, but man, he's strong, he's tough, he's smart, and really is able to score the ball because of his ability to go off the dribble and play through contact.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Paul George. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
And Stuckey is a guy who does a bit of a small version of stat sheet stuff, and he gives you points, rebounds, and assists.
Indiana trailing here. Stuckey setting the pick for Brooks. He kicks to Stuckey. The baseline J. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season.
I think it's been a struggle for him at the line. He's been scuffling this season. I mean, he's pretty well below the percentage that he shot a season ago, and not quite sure why.
And he makes the first. And it's tied up with that one. LA's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. They set the pick. Feeds to Ingram from the arc. They get it again. Dolman. And so he draws the foul on the shot. Trip to the line to shoot 2. This is his second trip to the line in this one.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. There's 1:54 left in the first half of the game. Brooks kicks to Stuckey. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And Stuckey is always ready to pounce on an open driving lane to the basket. When the D gives him one, he exploits it.
Good on the bucket. He's got 12.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Now here's Stuckey. 7 points in the game. 5 to shoot. From 18 feet away. He's off on that one.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Now Brooks, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last three-pointer. From deep, Miles. And it's Ingram with the rebound. Ingram's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
For Los Angeles, they have not shot all that well from the free throw line. 6 of 11.
shooting 2.
He's off on the first.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Hummel's checked in. He's off on the second. Indiana's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Shot off the screen, and it's Ingram with the rebound. The Lakers in the lead. The pass to Ohio. Traps in the tray. And the Lakers lead by 4. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Lakers lead by 4.
The Lakers did not hesitate to set the pace. Tenacious on both ends of the floor, they took command early with a 13-2 run. As the first quarter came to a close, they saw that early lead disappear. Tie game at the end of 1. Going into the second quarter, they lost a little focus, sacrificed some points, but still finished with a 4-point cushion at the half. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they've been pounding it in the paint. Not just taking the first three-pointer when it came across. That keeps the defense on its toes.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It will be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it.
We've got D'Angelo Russell. Also Mayo out there. Ingram is out there with the Prophet. And it's on a Kidsian at the power forwards position. That's the Laker 5. Jefferson's shot is off.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
And it's Russell missing. Pacers trail by 4. Outside, George. He dishes it to Teague. And the shot goes down. Teague's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Pacers.
And Teague just so creative in how he finishes around tough D when it's thrown his way.
That one doesn't go. And Indiana will come the other way. Dishes to Ellis. Indiana moving it around. Teague against Russell. Ellis wide open. And he misses the go-ahead basket. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Now Ellis, after D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. For the tie, here's Allen, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot, he'll go to the free throw line.
And the gritty mindset of Allen, I mean, ferocious rebounder, who doesn't mind giving up his body on the glass.
The captain's checked in for the Lakers. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. The Lakers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. And it's Russell in the corner. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Pass to Hassel. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his 8th assist in the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
And with the emergence of Dennis Schroeder as a viable starting point guard in Atlanta, the stage was set for Jeff Teague to be traded elsewhere.
Yeah, and Teague is a player who rightfully drew a lot of interest around the league. An athletic slasher and dangerous pick-and-roll operator. You knew he'd land on his feet.
And it's the Pacers with the ball, following the bucket by the Lakers. He feeds it to George. 6 on the shot clock, and it's George finishing it off.
And you know what? In George, I've seen a bit of a maturity come about in terms of him picking his spots in games. And that's evidence of a high basketball IQ and a comfort level with his role as leader on this team.
And that one's good. Russell.
He can be a matchup nightmare if he can get it in the paint.
Teague against Russell. Teague kicks to George. Kicks it out to Allen. It's Ellis on the wing. The feed to Jefferson. Russell against Teague. Again, Indiana.
I don't know how Teague was able to hit that shot. Defender right on him, but still drains the jumper.
Mayo kicks to Russell. From the baseline. And the Lakers tack on 2 more. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
Now here's Allen. He's got 5. From deep, Ellis. Here's George. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And, you know, the hard work that George puts in on the glass is really commendable. Does everything he can to create extra opportunities for his team.
And Teague has it in the corner. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. Now it's a 4-point Pacer lead.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the 3-point line? Come on.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Indiana.
You know, one of the big stories has been the 3-ball. It's been a key part of their offense throughout the game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
The Pacers making a switch here. Turner's checked in. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Indiana leading. George passes to Teague. Here's Turner. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And you guys know how much I love aggressive defense, but in that game, they were just a bit over the top, and it wound up getting them in foul trouble.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was not just aggressive, it was reckless. I mean, they approached it more like bumper cars than a game of basketball. Monte Ellis, hard to believe he's got over a decade in the league already, right out of high school back in the mid-2000s. This guy is an outstanding scorer, driver, and surprisingly good as a playmaker, too. If you let him get to his right hand, you're in a real trouble.
First free throw is good. And Ellis always aggressive, looking to score. He's instant offense, guys.
Yeah, he's high-octane offense, one of the best in the league at getting into the middle of the defense and making good things happen for his team.
Ingram, he's checked in for Los Angeles. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2.
The combo guard Ellis continues to build on what's been a really good career. He's a game-changing type player who scores really from anywhere on the basketball court.
Lakers trail by 3. Collins dishes to Russell. Now here's Ingram. Turner covering. And it's Ingram missing. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Teague kicks to Jefferson. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 5 assists tonight.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
At the line for 2.
He's off on the first. Silks checked in for Los Angeles. The Pacers also changing it up. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. Stuckey comes in for Ellis. And it's Brooks in for Jeff Teague. He hits the second from the line. Pacers leading by 4. It's stolen. Fast break. The Lakers lays it up and banks it in. Silks got his second basket.
Yeah, what a nice play. Just a coast-to-coaster by himself off of that steal.
Brooks outside. Kicks it to Jefferson. Shot from the wing. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Jefferson's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
Yep, it counts. 19 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And slithering inside, D-Lo. That's Russell's length helping him convert against pressure.
Jefferson setting the pick for Brooks. 3-pointer. And the Pacers another 3.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Russell against Brooks. Stolen by Brooks. Stuckey kicks to Brooks. And stolen by Russell. To the inside. Deflects the pass. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jefferson. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for the Pacers. Passes it to Collins. There's the 3. Brooks gets the rebound.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Pass to Miles, 13 feet away. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The Prophet's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Russell passes to Cobb. Here's the Prophet, 18 points for him. Collins dishes to Ingram. Hits the 3-point bomb. Ingram's got 13.
And Ingram is so graceful with the catch-and-shoot jumper. His lightning-quick release allows him to get off his shot in no time.
Now here's Seraphin. Here's the screen. The dish to Brooks. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Brooks has got the lead up to 5 now for Indiana. Russell kicks to Collins. There's the pass to the Prophet. Lakers passing it around. Stolen by Brooks. Here's Seraphin. And yes, it's good.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
Now, here is Russell. 19 points in the game. Here's Collins with the putback. Great positioning on the putback. 20 points for the Prophet.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
Here's Stuckey. He's got 7. Ingram with the steal. For the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's the Prophet. The second effort. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
And free throw shooting has been an issue all game.
Yeah, it's been holding him back. He's got to get his head right. Try to get those misses out of his mind and then focus on the next one.
The captain's checked in for Ingram. And so he hits both. And here are the Pacers now. They lead by 4. And here is Brooks. 11 points in the game. He kicks to Turner. Stuckey outside. Shot clock at 5. Puts up a 3. The Lakers with the rebound. They went to Indiana for their last meeting with the Pacers and came out with a win.
A huge margin of victory for them when these 2 teams squared off last, and they got scoring from up and down their lineup.
Yeah, the reserves, the guys coming off the bench, Greg, made their presence felt. And, of course, with their big lead, they were able to give the bench a lot of run.
Here's Stuckey following the 3 by the Lakers, and Silk gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Allen's checked in for Kevin Seraphin. And so here is Indiana. It's a 1-point game. Brooks the pass to Allen. Miles dishes to Allen. Just 4 to shoot. And he lays it straight in. Stuckey's got 9.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And the foul on Miles Turner. That is his first foul of the game. .125 left in the third. Turner with the steal. And here we go. Brooks, nobody back. He doesn't hit that one. And it's the Lakers the other way. Outside, Russell. Here's the Prophet. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Well, always interesting to check out the first-year stars of the NBA, and on that list are the rookies who have been almost automatic from the field this past month. Well, you look at the captain, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, the Prophet just 2 spots down.
And both of them are just explosive scorers around the rim, able to get in close, and that's a key to getting high percentage shots.
3 things you don't expect out of guys that young: consistency, consistency, consistency. They brought it all month long.
And he knocks down the first one.
And he's been to the line much more here than he was in that first half. He's not playing nearly as tentatively as he was earlier.
The Lakers making a switch here. Mayo's checked in. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 1:05 left in the third quarter. Stuckey outside. Brooks kicks to Allen. Feeds it to Stuckey. 6 to shoot. He dishes it to Brooks. Offensive rebound.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Here's Silk. Outside Mayo. There's a good screen. Pass to Hassel. Here's the Prophet. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
23 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Stuckey. 9 points in the game so far. Dishes to Turner. Inside Leaner. And good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Stuckey's got 3 assists tonight. On the court for Indiana, Teague and Monte are the guard set. Paul George is out there with C.J. Miles, and it's Jefferson in at the 5 spot. Here's Hassel. They set the pick. Here's Collins. Paul George grabs the miss. George has got his 6th rebound on the night. Down low, Jefferson. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. 14 points for Al Jefferson.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's Silk. He feeds it to Collins. Kicks to Mayo. Clock at 6. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Pass to Cobb. Here's the Prophet. And a miss there on the triple. Pacers leading by 7. From deep, George. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
And this is someone that can really hurt you from long range. He did that to a degree in the first half, and he's doing it now.
Collins against George. Collins kicks to Mayo. Here's the Prophet. And the Lakers with another miss.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Ellis outside, beyond the arc, and Indiana, another 3.
Boy, give Ellis credit for maintaining his focus at all times. I mean, there's not much the defense can do to distract him, to bother him, to disrupt him from getting a high percentage shot.
Now here's Mayo, here's Collins, and again, the Lakers no good.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Teague kicks to Jefferson. Collins against George. Back to Jefferson. Ball's knocked loose. And it's the Lakers on the break. Here's Collins. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Ellis with it. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Hassel. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Ingram, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Russell comes in for Silk.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
This is a positive trend for him, especially here in the second half. Shooting just above 80% right now. And that's more than respectable. That's good free throw shooting.
He hits both from the stripe.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
Timeout called the Lakers. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. We'll see if that pep talk got him going, guys.
All right, David, thanks. The feed to Collins. In the corner, it's Ingram. Screened by Russell. And again, the Lakers, no good.
And, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Lakers trail by 15. To the paint, here's Mayo, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Al Jefferson.
Take a look at what Mayo's been doing. He has 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. And it's Indiana's ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Teague kicks to George. Off the screen, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. 23 points for George.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to the Prophet. A 3-ball. Pacers with the rebound. Ellis has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. There's the dish to George. Jefferson kicks to George. They set the pick. Shot on the wing. And the shot is long.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Russell against Teague. Russell kicks to Collins. No good with the triple.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
George passes to Miles. Shot clock at 6. Ellis outside. Now the pass to Teague. Fires the 3. And the Pacers another 3.
He was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Teague against Russell. Here's Ingram. And again, the Lakers no good. And here's Indiana. Outpacing them right now in a 15-2 run. Now, here is George. To the inside, here's Jefferson.
Their biggest problem is dealing with Al Jefferson. He has 14 points and a block.
Offensively, defensively, man, he has done it all.
All hustle, non-stop effort. He just doesn't quit. Great resilience and relentlessness in his play.
First free throw is good.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
The Pacers making a change here. Allen's checked in. He doesn't get the second one. Lakers trail by 19. Here's Mayo. And he gets the bucket.
Well, I like the way Mayo is selective in how he runs in transition. Really clever. He knows how to exploit a defense's weaknesses.
It's George on the wing. From 11 feet away, it's good. George has got 7 points for the quarter.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Yeah, it's so bad I would even go a step farther and call it raggedy. I mean, that's how their defense has been overall today.
Now here's Ingram, screened by Russell. Here's Ingram. And here's Russell. Great D that time from T.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Screen by Ellis. Off the screen. The Lakers with the rebound.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Now, here is Russell. There's the pick. In the corner, it's Ingram. Beyond the arc. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Outside Teague. Jefferson setting the pick for Teague. To the paint. He's looking for Ellis and finds him. Excellent D there for Mayo.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
Now here's Allen. Screen by Jefferson. For three, Ellis. The shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's the screen. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. Dolman, excellent D there from Allen.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Cuts off the pass. Here's Mayo. Again, Mayo missing. On offense, here are the Pacers. They're on an 18-7 run. George, no good. Lakers trail by 16. Ingram kicks to Mayo. Drops in the tray. Mayo's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And if you allow Mayo breathing room from downtown, you're going to pay dearly for it. He really knows how to knock down these outside shots.
Screen by Jefferson. Ellis outside. Looking for Jefferson. He gets it there. And that's a foul called on the Prophet. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Well, at this stage, he might as well have a seat and get off the floor. They've got no chance in this one.
Sooks checked in for the Lakers.
This is where their depth becomes such an asset, Kevin. He's gone for the remainder of the game, but fortunately, they're able to field a very capable replacement.
And it's the Lakers on the break. Russell's running.
So going to the free throw line is Russell off a quick dribble drive.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And the first one drops.
The number 2 pick of the 2015 draft, Russell trying to mature into the leader everybody expects him to be.
And he makes the first but misses the second. And the feeling with D'Angelo Russell in Lakerland is that he has all-star potential. Very confident, a lot of swagger. He embraces the big stage, and he has tremendous offensive skills.
And, Kevin, I would agree with all of that because we watched him in college. He's a very good shooter, really good pick-and-roll player. He's got an excellent IQ for the game at the offensive end. And because of all of that, I think he can be quite dangerous as an offensive player. The defense keeps coming up short, just no solution for Allen. 8 rebounds, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
And you can't undervalue the importance of that. Many times a game comes down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Elbow shot is on the way. The Lakers with the rebound. Outside, Russell. He kicks it to Ingram. Shoots the 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Ingram. Teague kicks to George. A step back shot here. Nice D from Russell. Lakers trail by 15. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Los Angeles with another miss. Indiana's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. Teague dishes to Ellis, feeds to Allen. Outside Turner. Pass to Ellis from 10 feet out, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
.141 left here in the 4th quarter. Right side, Mayo. It's hauled in by George.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Pacers.
When you shoot this well from 3-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
Absolutely. I mean, they had this date circled on the calendar for redemption. I mean, you never want to lose 2 games and be swept. And it can be harder in an East-West game than playing against teams in your own conference. So this is a big win for them.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Turner. You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Count that bucket.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
Now George. After D'Angelo Russell's 3-pointer, they didn't go.
Man, excellent patience from Turner close to the basket there. I mean, forced the defense to get a little handsy with him in the paint.
And he knocks down the first one. Both shots good from the stripe. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Passes to Ohio. A step back shot here, and it's good for 2.
Wow, he doesn't make plays like that very often. That's a nice move inside.
So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.